Hi, everyone. Welcome to Traveling Mom's Travel Tips. I'm Kim Orlando, founder of Traveling Mom. We write a lot about Disney. We have over 300 articles already because there's so much information, so many new things to keep up with, and because you've asked for it. So we just keep pumping out the Disney information. And recently, we added some information about David's Vacation Club rentals. There was so much interest, so many questions that we have asked Melissa from David's Vacation Club Rentals to join us and answer the questions directly. So welcome, Melissa. Thank you for joining us.
Yeah, thanks, Kim. Thanks so much for having me. I'm really excited to be here.
Well, good. We have a lot to go over, so let's dive right in. What is David's Vacation Club Rentals, and how can it help us save a little money when we go to Disney, or a lot of money?
Yeah, no kidding. Well, first of all, David's Vacation Club Rentals is a family-owned company that was started by David himself. And we've been in business for over 17 years. We're a fun group of team members that love to talk Disney and love to talk discounts. And what we truly do is we are the middleman between guests that are looking to go to Disney at a reduced cost. And we work with DVC members that are looking to rent out their points just to recoup some of the costs because points ownership can be a little bit costly.
Okay, so like a matchmaking service, right? Yeah. I'm interested in renting. You're going to find somebody who wants to rent, and we're going to see if that can match up with the dates and so forth, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Very good. I like that. So let's still sticking with the basics. What are DVC points? Can you explain that a little bit?
Yeah, so DVC points are Disney's version of a timeshare with far more flexibility than a traditional timeshare. So, flexible dates, room types, all of that good stuff under that kind of timeshare ownership umbrella.
Oh, great. That's perfect. So no obligation, no worries about that. Love that. Why would someone rent DVC points? What are a couple of the reasons you're seeing in your 17 years in business there? Why are people doing this?
Yeah, well, people are doing this because, first of all, it is a savings. So we come in 30 to 60% less than booking directly with Disney for the same room type. And even we more closely align with moderate resorts and even sometimes values. So there's a savings right up front. The second reason is people kind of want to dip their toe in the water to see if they want to become a member without the upfront costs. So we have had the pleasure of working with several guests that have gone multiple times, checked out different resorts, and have ended up buying and coming back and renting their points.
That makes sense. Try before you buy. I like that a lot. Yeah. Most of the resorts have kitchens.
Yeah, so all of the 1 bedrooms and 2 bedrooms have full kitchens, and all of the studios have like a little kitchenette, which gets my family by. You have like a fridge, coffee maker, right, most important, toaster, microwave. So you can get by on that.
Okay, that's huge. That also adds to the cost savings. I like any place with a kitchen with my family. And even, my kids are a lot older than yours. They're 21 and over, but they still eat like there's not going to be food tomorrow. So I just want to make sure that that they can heat things up, or if we're going out, that they can reheat, something, although there's not much left with the boys. But I think the kitchen is a huge amenity besides the savings you're getting with renting points.
Oh yeah, for sure. And side note, a laundry room is in all of the 1 bedrooms and 2 bedrooms, which is like a savior.
So one of the top questions we get, and the number one question I had is this legit?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is definitely legit. We've been in business for 16 years without incident. So it is built into their process and policy. So as a DVC member, you are allowed to make up to X amount of reservations that are not in your name per year. I think it does have to align with the Orlando Condominium Association rules and regulations. So I think that they have to mirror that. But without getting into the nitty-gritty, yes, it is legitimate. We are well known. We have some great relationships with Disney Vacation Club employees, as well as a lot of the members that have come through. So it is very legitimate.
Let's talk about what's included with DVC points. What park access is included?
Yeah, absolutely. So right now, Disney is offering extended evening theme park hours for deluxe villa guests. So as a DVC guest, you would have access to these extra hours, as well as free parking, and free parking not only just at your resort, but also at the parks. So if you choose to drive down, it's a huge savings to be able to park without a fee.
I do not like to pay for parking. I don't care if it's a shopping mall or whatever. I just do not. It just bugs me and rubs me the wrong way. And I
Yeah.
think this year, with Magical Express being gone, more people are going to drive, and that savings is going to really add up. I was just at a hotel actually recently, and they wanted $42 a day for parking.
Yeah, that's a jagged pill to swallow, especially when you're already paying so much for food and souvenirs, and you just don't get anything for it, right? You're leaving
Right.
empty-handed.
Right. The more that's included, the better. The nickel and
Yeah.
diming is really, really tough. So, what isn't included? What's prohibited?
Yeah, the only thing that's really not included is any discount that is passed along to DVC members. Because they have this membership, there are some privileges in the discount area that they receive. So unfortunately, this isn't passed along to the guests because it requires a membership card and ID and all of that. So that's the only thing that's prohibited.
If I'm shopping for DVC points, what do I need to be on the lookout for?
Yeah, so what I can recommend, and it's just based on the services that we offer, quite honestly, is you want a high level of communication. You want a company to be able to return your email in a timely manner, pick up their phone. We have live chat service as well. So if you're just, if you're on our website and you're like, oh, this is a really good question, you can just punch it in and we have an agent there waiting for you. You want to work with a team that understands Disney, has been to the DVC resorts, so that they know what they're talking about. We take all of our staff down to DVC resorts every other year. So everybody goes at least, I don't know, 3 times in their career to make sure that we're staying on top of it. You also want to make sure that your money is guaranteed. With our service, if something were to happen, you are getting 100% of your funds back. If something were to happen, as in like a member canceling a reservation, you are dealing with people that have their own financial issues. However, that being said, we're there for you. And you want a company that will do that.
That's a good point. So if the member cancels on me and I'm doing this privately, now I'm back to square one. But
Yeah.
if the member cancels on me through David's Vacation Club rentals, I have a team of people who are ready to go back to bat basically and
Oh,
find and
yeah.
help me. Like it's
Yeah.
having my own vacation planning assistance, and Disney is a big vacation to plan. I think that really makes a lot of sense. So let's say I want to get complicated and I want to combine my points with some rental points or two different sets of points. Can I do stuff like that?
It's not through our service, I'll be honest with you. Typically, what would have to happen is a points transfer. And while that is absolutely allowed, there are stipulations that you can't accept funds for point transfers. So we just try to stay away from that. What we can offer, though, is what's commonly known as a split stay. So we can use a little bit from here and a little bit from there. It would just be made as separate reservations in which we would try to make notes to tie them together.
Okay, good. That sounds complicated. I definitely would want help with
Yes.
that.
Yeah.
What about cancellations? Are cancellations complicated?
Yeah. So that's another thing that we're very transparent about, and we will tell you, our service isn't for everybody. So if you need the flexibility of cancellation, you might want to do a little bit more research. We have a final sale, no cancellation policy. And the reason for that is because of the complexity of the point system. It is not a cut and dry system. There are a lot of rules and procedures that govern these types of points. So because of that, a cancellation is not nearly as easy as one would think. And as well as it gives our members peace of mind that we're not going to put them in financial hardship and ask for money back if a guest had to cancel. That being said, we're all about the yes. So call us, talk to us. We'll see what we can do. it is ultimately up to the points and the DVC member to be able to help us out. But we will definitely try to see what we can do for sure.
Yeah, I think it's important to remember this is a two-way street. You're matching member owners with renters, and you have to think about both parties. But that also means that back to the having the vacation planning assistance, that's really helpful. Like I have somebody on my team that's going to help me work this out if I had to cancel for some reason. But all of that boils down to what we've been saying for the last 2 years. We've been saying it before then, but more so the last 2 years. Get travel insurance.
Oh, yeah.
You need to have travel insurance of some kind for any big trip. It's covering your investment, because we don't know, travel is volatile and a lot of people are going to travel, and not all places are consistent. Let's call it that for right now.
Okay.
Disney is consistent, but I feel like anything can happen, and you just want to make sure you're covered. So okay. Well, I think we have covered a lot of information. I think we need a part 2 to this. We'll do that again sometime soon. Thank you so much, Melissa, for answering these questions and being very transparent with the different policies and information. That's really helpful. And that's what we want for our readers too.
Yeah. Well, thanks so much for having me, Kim. It was really fun, and I'm happy to come back to answer any more questions that you may have.
Oh, good. And thank you, anybody who's watching this. If you have questions, we have lots of information on travelingmom.com, lots of Disney information, David's Vacation Club rentals information. You can also email us at editor@travelingmom, and we'll be happy to get back to you with answers. Thanks again.